Hi everyone. Today we're going to do some more things with the distributive property. I know we've been talking about the distributive property a lot, but as a recap from yesterday, whenever you have a number outside of parentheses and the operation inside is either plus or minus, addition or subtraction, that allows you to distribute the 5x with the 9x. When you do that, you get 45x squared because 9 times 5 is 45. And x times x is x squared, plus 5x times 7, that would make 35x. So as a recap, that was yesterday. 5x times 9x plus 7 cannot be simplified because you cannot add a constant with a coefficient with a variable. Now this math problem is equal to this math problem due to the distributive property. And if you try to simplify it more, you cannot add x squared with x's. Okay, so what's new for today? Okay, so today we're going to take something that looks like this, a sum of two terms, which means two terms are being added together, and we're going to turn it back into the first problem. Okay, in order to do that, you have to find the greatest common factor of 45x squared and 35x. To find the greatest common factor of these two terms, you have to make factor trees. So out to the side, I'm going to make a factor tree for 45x squared. Okay, remember 45, that would be 5 times 9. Circle the 5, he's prime. And then the 9 is 3 times 3. And 3's are also prime. This is supposed to be a 3. Okay, and then for your x squared, what times what equals x squared? That would be x times x. And then we would have to circle the x's because they're going to be a part of our prime factorization for 45x. And then we have a factor tree for 35x. So what times what is 35? That'd be 5 times 7. 5 and 7 are both prime, so you circle them. And then the prime factorization of x is just x. X is just plain old x. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to take this prime factorization and line it up with this one. So for 45x squared, I'm going to put these in order from least to greatest, starting with 3's. So we have 3 times 3 times 5 times x times x, and I got that from this first factory, all the circled prime numbers. And then for 35x, we have 5 times 7 times x. So I'm going to put that underneath. 5 times 7 times x. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to circle common base numbers from top to bottom. Okay, I have a pair of 5's. Circle those from top to bottom. And I have a pair of x's. Okay, and then you're just going to choose one from each circle group. So the lowest out of the 5's is just 5. Lowest out of the x's is just x. 5 times x simplifies to 5x. So that is how you get the number that's outside of the parentheses. That's the GCF, the greatest common factor. So I'm going to put 5x on the outside. Put my parentheses. And since in this problem here it's an addition sign in the middle, it goes in the middle of the parentheses. Now, how do I figure out the first term and the second term? Well, this part you have to think. Okay, so 5 goes into 45 9 times, so the missing number is 9. Okay, so 5x times 9 is 45x, but we're looking for 45x squared. To get that x squared, I need to multiply an x with another x, and that would get me my x squared. So 5 times 9 is 45, x times x is x squared. Okay, to get the second term, you have to figure out how many 5x's go into 35x. Well, 5 goes into 35 7 times. And then if I multiply 5x times 7, that equals 35x. And that's how you go back to the original problem. Okay, next example. I'm going to grab a problem here. Okay, so here's example 2. We have 12kn plus 8k. How can I rewrite this problem a different way? Now remember, we're going backwards for the distributive property, so it should look something like this. We should have the greatest common factor on the outside of parentheses. I'm just going to label it GCF, greatest common factor. You find the greatest common factor from doing factor trees. Okay, and then we should have something plus something. Now, the reason it's addition is because I got it from here. Okay, so my first step is I need to do a factor tree for 12kn and 8k to factor out the greatest common factor of these two terms. So I'm going to do that out to the side. So we have 12kn and 8k. Okay, so if I do a factor tree for 12kn, I have 3 times 4, which is 12. Circle the 3's prime. And then factor out the 4 into 2 times 2. And my 2's are prime. Okay, k is just k. There's no exponent, so k, we just bring down a k, circling. And there's no exponent on n either, so you just bring him down and circling. Okay, for 8k, we have 2 times 4. 2 is prime. Factor out the 4 into 2 times 2. Circle the 2's, they're prime. And then k doesn't have an exponent, so k can just be brought down into k, circling. Okay, the first prime factorization of 12kn would be, I'm going to do this in order from least to greatest, would be 2 times 3 times k times n. So I'm going to write that down, 2 times 2 times 3 times k, and with letters I just usually go alphabetical order, times n. And then for 8k, I'm going to put its prime factorization underneath this one. So we have 2 times 2 times 2 times k, 2 times 2 times 2 times k. I'm not very good at this part. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to circle pairs, common base numbers from top to bottom. So I have a couple pairs of 2's, have a pair of k's, and that would be it. Choose one from each group. So out of this group, we'll just choose one of the 2's. Out of this group of 2's, just choose one. Out of the k's, just choose one. Okay, put our multiplication signs, and then we're going to simplify. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times k is just 4k. So that is our greatest common factor. So the greatest common factor goes in the blank space before the parentheses. So it was the fact that was distributed. Okay, so here's the tough part. We have to figure out 4k times what is 12kn. So let's first of all, let's do the numbers. 4 times what is 12? That would be 3. Now 4k times 3 is just 12k, but I need 12k in. To get 12k in, I'm going to have to put an n here. 4 times 3 is 12, and then we have 12k in, which brings us to that first term. Okay, to get our second term, we have to figure out, okay, 4k goes into 8k how many times? So 4 goes into 8 twice. And if I multiply 4k times 2, that would give me 8k. So that's all I would have to do for that one. So this expression is equal to this one. This is the distributive property backwards. You have to factor out the greatest common factor and then figure out, okay, the greatest common factor times what will give me the first term. The greatest common factor times what will give me this second term up here. Okay, here's example, I do believe this is example 3. Okay, so we need to write this sum of two terms using the distributive property backwards. So I need the greatest common factor of 9x and 3. So my problem, when I get done with it, should look like this. Okay, the greatest common factor should be here on the outside of parentheses. And there's going to be an addition in between here just because it's addition right here. So my problem should look something like this when I'm done. Okay, first thing I need to do is factor out the greatest common factor of 9x and 3. So that's where I make factor trees. So a factor tree for 9x would be 3 times 3. And since x doesn't have an exponent, you just bring it down and make x. So we have 3 times x. And then 3, that's an easy factor tree because 3 is a prime number. All you have to do is circling. That's it. That's its factor tree. Okay, then I want to line up these two prime factorizations. So I'm going to do 9x first. We have 3 times x. And then 3 is just 3. Put him down here. Circle your pairs. We only have one pair this time. Choose one of the numbers. It's just 3. Therefore, the greatest common factor of 9x and 3 is 3. Okay, so here's the tricky part. 3 times what will give me 9x? Well, 3 times 3 is 9, so this has to be 3. Now, 3 times 3 is just plain old 9. How am I going to get that x on there? I'm just going to simply add an x to the 3 here. So 3 times 3x is 9x. Okay, then I have to figure out, okay, 3 times what will give me 3? That would be 1. 3 times 3 is 3. So that would be how you would do this problem. So 9x plus 3 is the same problem as 3 times 3x plus 1. Okay, this is going to be our last example. Once again, this is the sum of two terms. Remember, terms are things that are separated by addition or subtraction signs. There are two terms in this algebraic expression. And I want to factor out the GCF so I can do the distributive property backwards. So our problem should look something like this when we're done with it. Okay, to find the greatest common factor of these two terms, you got to make factor trees. So we have 38 CD squared and 38 CD. Now these factor trees are going to look very similar to one another just because they're almost exactly the same term, except this has a d squared and this is just a d. Okay, factor tree for 38, that would be 2 times 19. And 2 and 19 are both prime. C doesn't have an exponent, you just bring him down, just one C. And then d squared means d times d. So we have two d's here. Okay, so 38CD is going to have the same exact factor tree, except it's only going to have one C and one D because there's no exponents on C or D. You just bring them down. Okay, so we're going to line up the two prime factorizations. I'm going to do 2 times 19 times C times D times D. 2 times 19 times C times D times D. And then for this one, we have 2 times 19 times C times D. 2 times 19 times C times D. Okay, circle your pairs of numbers. We have a pair of 2s, a pair of 19s, a pair of C's, and a pair of D's. Choose one from each group. So we have 2 times 19, that would be 38. And then you just pick a C and a D from these two groups. So our greatest common factor would be 38 CD. Okay, 38 CD times what will give me 38 CD squared? Well, 38 goes into 38 one whole time. C goes into C one whole time, so we don't need to repeat that one. And then D goes into D squared D times. Now, let's check that to make sure it makes sense. 38 times 1 is 38. CD times D is CD squared. and then 38 CD